It was not long after I had graduated from Avondale College that the Lord placed in my heart a dream to begin to train lay people for the work of God. You see, I was trained in a theological institution. I spent 4 years there. But as I began to talk to lay people in my first appointment, Wahroonga Church, I realized that there were young people who would love to work for the Lord, yet they didn't want to go through the long process of 4 years of theological training. Not because they thought it was something evil or bad, but simply because they didn't sense the calling to a ministerial work. Yet they wanted to work for the Lord, and seriously they wanted to. And so I began to pray early in my ministry that the Lord will allow me to open something, to do something, to begin to train young people so that they could go out and work for people in the community in a different way that pastors do. And the first idea of this ministry began. Early in 2000, the Lord began to write in my heart a desire to have a place where young people could come. They could go away from the city and be trained so that then they could go out and serve. But it would not be until a few years after so much praying and seeking for the Lord's will. I spent a lot of time agonizing in prayer, seeking for the Lord to impress me what to do. Finances were our biggest issue. None of us had the money to do it, and we knew it was going to cost a lot of money to do something like this. So praying, we knew that the Lord was going to move because He was impressing us all that this was the way He wanted us to go ahead. Yet none of us really knew how we were going to do it.
But anyway, within about 30 seconds after we had prayed, because we needed to get home, we saw this car stop up the hill, turn around, come back, and a guy jumped out and he came down towards us and he said, "What's up, mates?" And we're like, "Oh, we just ran out of petrol." And he's like, "Oh, okay, oh, just wait on a second." And he ran back to his car, got a jerry can out, brought it down, put it in our car. He said, "Oh, this is the business petrol, it doesn't cost me anything," or whatever. And then put it in the car.
The decision was made. We were going to move ahead by faith. Quickly we decided in prayer and meditation that our ministry was going to be one that was going to trust in God and not in finances. In every single area of our ministry, the Lord has provided abundantly. And today we can just rejoice, praising God to see that here in Australia, God is fulfilling the work through a ministry that supports the church through faith and just simple reliance on God.
There's a story. Shane, some of you might know Shane. He has chickens, and we get eggs from this guy on the property, about 2 dozen a fortnight or 3 dozen a fortnight. And we went on holidays around Christmas and New Year's, and his chooks stopped laying eggs. And he was getting a bit, you know, why these chooks stop laying eggs? They haven't stopped laying eggs the whole time I've had them. I'm going to get rid of these things. And his wife said to him, maybe it's because the boys have gone away and they're the ones that the eggs are for. And he goes, "Oh, don't be silly." And we got back to the property, and that week later, was it? Yeah, that week. Was it that week, Shane? That very week. 2 dozen eggs.
What we want to accomplish when young people come to the center is, first, we want to develop in them a spiritual attitude. We want to teach them to walk with the Lord. We want them to know how to listen to the voice of the Lord, what it means to live as a Christian, how to surrender their lives to the Lord. Second, we want them to know what it means to live by faith. And here at the center, students have a first-hand experience of living by faith. They had, miracle stories. They had fuel stories where the Lord delivers fuel for them when they run out of fuel. And in my heart, I see that a student, a young person that learns to trust in God, and they can experience that God is a trustworthy being, that they can cast all their cares upon, they will never forget about that. Third, The third point of their training and the objective of their training is that we want to develop them as experienced or professional workers. Some of the workers here become Bible workers. They will go out and work in churches or help us develop our evangelistic program in different areas of the city. Other workers will go and begin to work in the aviation program, become mission pilots. Other workers will become health workers. And so we are trying to cater our program and develop it in such a way that all our workers in the different areas of ministry, they will be highly spiritual, they will depend on God by faith, and they will also know how to win a soul.
Okay, just a really short one. Very similar story to what Jeff said. We ran out of fuel. Me and Steve prayed about it, and a guy came into the driveway of this house, pulled over, and we asked him, and he offered us fuel. After he offered us fuel and stuff like that, we were like, thank you, left the place. But just last week I went there again because I have to thank this guy for what he's done. And I rocked up there and I waited there, and yeah, he wasn't home. So eventually I went, I'm just going to leave, and I'll leave the gift there. As I was pulling out of the driveway, a lady pulls in, and I started speaking to her and just saying, oh, hi, how are you, etc. And I was like, oh, is your husband home, and stuff like that. And she just goes, no, he's not. Then I started describing him because she was like kind of questioning, and I was like, oh, he was the tall guy, slim, really fit guy. And she was like, oh, my husband's a short, stocky man. And so, and then it kind of clicked to me, could have that been an angel that we saw that day, because she didn't know anything about this other guy.
We invite you to join us. If the Lord is calling you to be a Bible worker or a health worker, if He is impressing you to fly as a missionary pilot or to run around as a media worker, filming and creating, why not considering it? Life is much more than just the routine of working and accumulating money and trying to pay a house. Jesus is offering you an exciting life of working for Him by faith. Here at Cannot Be Hidden, we may not be able to offer you a salary, but let me tell you, we offer you much more than just that. We offer you a life of trusting in Jesus, a life that will secure you an exciting development of all your abilities. What are you waiting for? What are you holding? Are you sensing the call? You are unsure? Give it a go. It's only 12 months of your life. At the end of the 12 months, if you don't like it, you can go back to what we call abnormal life. But I guarantee you, you will love it. And you will be more than willing to dedicate the rest of your life to serve Jesus. Now, it may be that Cannot Be Hidden is not what you're looking for, but there is not only Cannot Be Hidden, there are other ministries that can also train you. But whatever the Lord is calling you to do, do it now. Time is short. Jesus is coming, and He needs consecrated young people that are willing to work for Him. But let me tell you, at Cannot Be Hidden, you will enjoy your training, and then you will work for Jesus.